right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to one of the nicest racetracks on the West Coast, the Skagit Speedway. And this is our first trip here this season. Skagit, it is just beautiful. It's located here in northern Washington, and I call it almost like a speed bowl. It's got good banking, bottom to top. On a good night, it starts out fast and gets really wide. Works its way up by the fence, and then usually there's kind of a narrow bottom on the berm. They also pack the grandstands every single week, which is exciting for us drivers to get to race in front of a large crowd. So we wanted to come up here and run the 410 for a weekly show because just in about 20 days they have the Dirt Cup, which pays $62,000 to win, and will draw competition from all over the West Coast. So it's important for us to be dialed in for that, and so that's why we're here this week to work on our notebook, work on our setup, work on the balance and attitude of our car, and try to put it in victory lane tonight, and then carry that momentum when we're back here in just a short bit. So gonna roll into all the action. I think they're expecting anywhere from 15 to 16 410s, throw in a couple 360s that will also run in, and hopefully have a full field of cars. So we're gonna get all suited up here in just a little bit, and here's one last look at the Skagit Speedway before cars hit the track. Just wrapped up qualifying here at Skagit, ended up 7th out of 19 cars, kind of right there in the middle. Going out early at first I thought was going to be an advantage, and the first couple cars we all kind of ran down low where we all hot lapped, and then a couple more guys went out and started cleaning off a lane or two up, and then that seemed to make a little bit more speed. So maybe just kind of in the wrong spot. I think our car still could have ran a better time. Our balance is just off. It seems like going down the straightaway I'm getting the nose a little up, like my nose is getting too high, and then it's making it hard for me to enter in the corner. Like I'm getting stuck on the right rear, I can't turn, and I can't hit my mark, so it just makes the car unpredictable. And then I almost have to just put so much into it to get it rotated just to make it pointed off straight off the corner, if that makes sense. So we really need to work on that. Otherwise I feel like we got good speed. We hot lapped a little bit better than we qualified, so we're just gonna work on our car, and now we should be on the front row of a heat race, try to go out there and win it, and get some more clean laps out front to improve our setup. Heading out for the heat now, rolling off from the outside pole. Tried to make some changes just to make our car better for me to drive and faster to go around the track. So see where we end up. If we do our job though here, we should be in tonight's dash and redraw, which will be very important if we're going to be in a position to win.
Inside the orange cone on the infield at the exit of turn number 4. Pace picks up as they enter 3.
won the heat race, but I feel like it wasn't the most pretty 8 laps I've ran.
It looked like you hit it a lot harder.
I thought I hit it a lot harder.
Well, yeah, by the way you were driving, it looked like you knocked a little ladder or something out.
All right, the update is won the heat race, which was nice from the outside pole. Just got a good start and kind of won the race into turn 1. Other than that, I'm still not really happy with where our car's at. It just feels hard to drive. I think there's good speed, we got good power, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm not getting through the corners great, and I feel like when I'm driving the thing, like I'm having to really be on it and be in the right spot and be straight. Otherwise, 1, it'd be easy to spin out, and 2, it's just jumpy. So even going down the straightaways, like some parts are slick and some parts have grip. So when I hit the grip, the car just is radical and goes different directions. So just need, I guess, try to keep it calm behind the wheel. But we're gonna work on it just to work on stability. So at least we won the heat race. Almost had a disaster on the last lap. I lost focus as I was catching up to a lap car. I started looking at him, trying to figure out what I was gonna do, and I clipped the wall a little bit and then got all sideways and won. But like I said, we still held on for the win, so check mark that box. But definitely have some work to do going into this dash we have coming up and then the feature.
It's 3 for Holmes.
So I got the 3, so rolling off second row here for 6 laps. Try to, if we can make work and get to the front row, that would be most ideal as far as trying to control the race. But definitely want to feel out our car here. We made a good amount of changes, so see if we're headed in the right direction and what we can do to make it better for later on. And at worst, just try to maintain where we're at here, so we'll start as close to the front as we can later.
Idiot, we're gonna play spoiler. Holmes at the start.
We drew good and we were able to take advantage of it. Ran second there in the dash, and now we'll start outside pole for 30 laps. Felt like that was the first time this night where I could really, have a smile about my car, where it was better and we have something kind of now to work for. We only have, or work off of. We only have one chance to make it better, to have a shot at winning, but at least we kind of went in the right direction and it was easier for me to drive. I could hit my marks. Right now though, it's just so fast around the top, it's kind of hard to move from there. So hopefully the racetrack kind of turns into more of a racetrack. It's just so narrow entering turn 3. You can't really make any ground down there, and 1 and 2, it is wider, but the bottom just doesn't have enough to make it stick. Maybe if you slide someone, if you have a huge run, but other than that, I feel like we're all kind of just ripping, right around the high side. So keep an eye on the track, see what they do, and we will, get the 18T ready to go soon. Okay, so we're strapping in for tonight's A. Everything we worked for all night has kind of led up to this. I think the key though to being in victory lane after 30 laps is going to be lap traffic. I don't really see how we don't get in it, fairly fast, and you have to make moves quick and be able to go down low, go around the top, and just do what you got to do to win the race. So got to get a good start, get out front, control what we can control, and then just go as fast as we can because we got some good cars behind us.
Good. All right, 410, baby, let's go.
not really too much to say about tonight's main event. I know what you guys are probably all thinking, what happened in the first corner. And my response would be, I don't really know. I need to go back and watch the footage and watch the GoPro and stuff. Got a great start. I know that for a fact. I was on it on the start, got on the front stretch, and cleared the inside car. That was my goal, was to try to clear him. And then like half, which I ended up actually more full, sliding myself kind of through 1 and 2, and I wanted to carry as much speed so I could get to this, you know, get center off the corner and then work on running my race out front. And I don't know if it just was dirtier than I expected. I don't know if I just carried way too much speed. I did run through the slickest part of the track, but I carried so much speed I thought that I was just going to be stuck with the fuel load and whatnot, and obviously I was not. And that was embarrassing. That sucked. I feel bad for my team, my guys. We all work really hard. We all want to win, and when something like that happens, it's just like, it just gets you. So anyway, went to the back, and from there you can't really judge the rest of our race. We're behind cars. We had some complications with the front end, some other things. Like we were not in the position that we were. And then on top of that, hindsight 2020, like maybe none of that even mattered, because I ended up losing power a couple restarts later. We were only 6 laps into the race, so probably regardless whether I was in the back or was up front, I lost power. I think we had an electrical problem. We're not exactly sure what it is, but anyway, like I said, that I don't think that was from any of the incidents. Like, that just happened, and so our night was probably not gonna be complete throughout that race. At some point that was gonna pop up. So anyway, is what it is. That, like I said, that's my bad, and I just hate throwing nights like that down the toilet right away, you know, going into the first corner. So gonna watch it and make us better and figure it out. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. We have a lot more races in June, so I guess you could say a little bit of this was a success that we got to come up here and add to our notebook. I think we have a better starting point by the end of the night now than what we had at the beginning. But thanks to my partners, thanks to my fans, thanks to you people. Love that you guys stand behind me. I'll keep doing my best to be better, and really want to put the 18T in victory lane as much as possible. I've been so hungry lately. I've been working so hard in the shop, and it just sucks when, you know, none of this is from a lack of effort. I don't know. None of it's from a lack of effort on anyone's end. We're doing all we can. Just I guess sometimes things don't pan out, but that's part of the sport, and just keep our heads down, keep digging, and our nights will come. When we're working as hard as we are and everyone's busting their butts, success eventually will arrive. So thanks guys for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one, and we'll figure out what's wrong with the 18T and get it fixed. Deuces.